Blackstone Audio presents Menace in Europe, Why the Continent's Crisis is America's Crisis Too, by Claire Berlinski. The dedication reads, For my grandmother, who has seen it all. I know that Europe's wonderful, yet something seems to lack. The past is too much with her, and the people looking back. Henry van Dyke. Chapter 1. Europe on $5 a day and a flamethrower. I keep a spiral-bound notebook on my desk filled with miscellaneous notes, the usual collection of ideas that seem insightful at 3 in the morning, but substantially less so at daybreak, ideas that may well have been insightful but have been lost to posterity because my handwriting is indecipherable, scraps of overheard dialogue, observations made from the windows of trains. One scrawled passage in particular stands out now. The date was July 3, 2005. Within 6 months, I wrote, there will be another major terrorist attack or political assassination in Europe. I'm embarrassed to admit that my next thought apparently was that this would be inconvenient for me, since it would necessitate making major revisions to this book. 3 days later, Trafalgar Square erupted in celebration at the announcement that London would host the 2012 Olympics. The next morning, as the rush hour drew to a close, 4 suicide bombers detonated themselves in central London, killing 52 people and injuring 700 more. Papers with headlines from the previous evening had not yet been pushed off the newsstands. "Blimey, it's London's turn," said one, and I can only imagine how those jolly words must have appeared to commuters staggering off the smoke-blackened London tube. 4 more bombings were attempted on the London transport system 2 weeks later. This time the bombs failed to detonate and the bombers survived, leaving behind forensic evidence that permitted police to ascertain their identities. Both the living and the dead bombers were British, born and raised, home-grown monsters who had not yet been apprised of the news that democracies don't breed terrorists. Some were from comfortably affluent families, some had been living handsomely for years on state benefits. It now appears that Al-Qaeda, which took credit for the attacks, recruited some of the bombers at a Muslim community centre in Leeds, one funded by the British government and the European Union. It was revealed in the weeks following the attacks that quite a number of British Muslims do not much care for their fellow Britons. According to a poll conducted shortly after the bombing, a full 32% of British Muslims agreed that Western society is decadent and immoral.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?